By the way, if you have anything that's furry, such as a stuffed animal, you might want to hide it and hide it well. At this point, it's very important that everybody sit down for your safety. Please don't stand up, okay? Everybody remain seated. All right. Now, the term Hawkeyes is very apt. If Cody could read, why, he could read a newspaper headline a half a mile to a mile away. These birds have incredible, watch out! You're like, do-do-do-do-do. Good ducking, by the way. Hey, if you go over by Lover's Leap and look around, a lot of times you can see red-tailed hawks soaring in the valley over there. These birds love to soar, and it's a great way to get around without using a lot of energy. They can soar thousands of feet up in the air simply by riding warm air currents called thermals. Well, Cody did a good job. Let's give him a big hand for flying for me today.
If you travel the highways and interstates during fall and winter, if you happen to see a hawk sitting in a tree or on a power pole or fence post, good chance you're seeing a red-tailed hawk. These birds are very widespread and they vary a lot in coloration from bird to bird and region to region. No two are exactly alike. I've seen them chocolate brown for red-tailed, seen them almost pure white as well. Young red-tailed hawks are adult-sized birds at 9 to 10 weeks of age. They make their first flights to that point, but have a grayish-brown tail for about a year and a half. I gotta get ready for this next bird, and I'll see why I'm doing this in just a minute. Up next is a bird with a little bit of an image problem. Some people say this type of bird is downright ugly. Some people say this type of bird spreads disease. Many people contend because what this bird does in the wild is a scavenger. It eats carrion or dead animals. And it's got to be very stupid. However, when I see one flying overhead, I think it's very graceful and beautiful. This type of bird helps reduce diseases spread by flies. It happens to be the most intelligent bird we work with. On numerous occasions, we have been completely outsmarted by her. Commonly called a buzzard, correctly called a vulture. Ladies and gentlemen, the coolest bird in our show this afternoon. Here comes Casey. Casey's a black vulture. She's now 10 years old. Found a small youngster on the ground in North Carolina. People found Casey, thought her parents had abandoned her, so they took her home and raised her. Now, Dale's going to walk through the always with Casey. Go that way, Casey. You walk the always with Casey. You don't try to touch her. You don't try to touch Casey either. Now, Casey may jump on the bench next to you, but she will not hurt you. Anyway, Casey was turned over to the Carolina Raptor Center in Charlotte. They tried to get her back in the wild by releasing her into a flock of wild black vultures. These are very social birds, and that year 2 of the youngsters came in. She was released, those other 2 younger, to a wild flock of vultures. And the other 2 young black vultures stayed with that wild flock, and despite 3 attempts to get Casey into that flock, she kept coming back to humans. She didn't want to be a bird, she wanted to be a her kind, us. Take note of her bare head, that's for a good reason. Think about this, folks. If your job description reads, stick your head inside dead animals, you're going to want a low-maintenance dude. That bare head's easily cleaned, and generally after a vulture eats, it goes somewhere and take a bath. What bacteria are rinsed off of water, later killed by nature's original disinfectant, ultraviolet rays of the sun. And it's down there on the front row. If I'm more familiar with this bird's cousin, the very widespread turkey vulture, I need to sit down right over there. All right. Turkey vulture has a bigger wingspan, 5 feet, 6 feet further north. It holds its wings in a V or dihedral, to rock back and forth and flap. Anyway, come on, Casey. Now, the black vulture.